So we have the Tippman Tactical Airsoft Goggle. Tippman Tactical actually says Airsoft Goggle. It's one of their, I believe, their first foray into specifically creating a mask system for airsoft. The first iteration, first generation of that came out. It was just all black. You can see a photo of it in the back of the packaging here. It utilizes a lot of the components from their JT series of paintball masks, but of course changes the bottom from their rubberized plastic to mesh. So this is the brand new EVIC version. Limited edition. It comes in FDE, and that's flat dark earth for those of you who didn't know what FDE stands for. This new airsoft specific color scheme is what we're looking at today. So let's take a look at what you get in the box here. Okay, inside the box, you find, looks like a cover, cloth cover. Yes, it's a cloth covering sack for your helmet to store and transport it so you don't scratch up your thermal goggles, the lenses on those goggles. It comes with an instruction manual, and it is tied. Multi-language, Français, Espanol. So, okay, 3 languages, and just the proper care instructions, etc., etc. You can read that at your leisure. Now, this is pretty much what I thought it was. It is a redesign of their JT series of paintball masks. Now, it even so much to the point that they're using the same bottom mounting system. This is the adapter or mounting system that connects the bottom face of the JT masks to the goggles. And this lower fringe would have been a rubberized silicone or plastic of some that they use that is vented. But for the airsoft version, they have riveted on a mesh mask, which for those of you who play airsoft is much better than a solid piece of plastic, because your breath is what causes all the fogging, almost all the fogging in your goggles. So having mesh allows you to breathe out all of your exhalation and not build up moisture and heat in the goggles. And the goggles themselves are nice quality Tippman lenses. They're double layered to resist fogging, and they're also coated. So you'll want to take off the protective film on the inside as well as, I believe, on the outside. Well, maybe not on the outside, definitely on the inside. That film is there just as a scratch resistant thing. So for those of you who've never worn goggles, take that off if you. So I'm sure there's probably somebody out there who's complaining like, oh, these goggles are terrible, because they haven't taken off the film. And the back straps have embedded rubber inside on the fabric, and that is for anti-slip. And it opens up so you can adjust it for size. And it also comes with ear covers, which are very important actually. This is something that people forget about in playing airsoft, is you can get hit in the side and the ear, and there are some horror stories, especially if you're playing CQB indoors. The ear covers are actually very important and often neglected, and the fact that this mask comes with them, well, that's pretty standard for paintball now for insurance reasons, but the fact that you can get them, that they included them, that you have them for airsoft, actually that's an overlooked safety, a bit of safety equipment. I'm glad they have it on here. All right. Oh, and of course there is a removable sun visor. It's more common. You'll see that more often in paintball because if you've ever played paintball, often they're outdoor fields. Oftentimes they're out literally in a former farm field, so there's no cover from trees. All you'll have is some inflatables, obstacles, or if you play in a mixed airsoft or paintball field, the sun gets pretty hot and it can cause glare. So having a sunshade, you could obviously use some sort of floppy hat or something, but it comes with it. You can easily take it off. It's held in with these little pins at the top that go through the top of the goggles. So you can take it off or leave it on as you see fit. You can leave it on and you get a little bit more of a Master Chief look to your goggles, which isn't so bad. And I really like the color, and as you can see, this is the official EVIC version. They've made them specifically for EVIC, and I'm glad that they sent me this early review copy. So let's try it out and see how well it actually works. Okay, let's give this a try and see how it fits comfort-wise. Now, one thing that is interesting, unusual, that my old JT mask did not have is this chin strap. But it puts on, it feels very comfortable, feels very much, it feels identical to my old JTs aside from the chin strap. It's a nice feature to have that, I suppose. To be honest, I never felt a need to have a chin strap on my old paintball mask, so probably don't really need this, but maybe your field may require it. It does prevent the possibility that let's say if you're running full bore and your mask gets caught by a branch, it won't rip off your mask and leave you in danger in the middle of a game, I suppose, or if you were like jumping through some sort of obstacle or something in a CQB field. Yeah, okay, having a chin strap could be useful. But otherwise, it feels pretty much like my old JT mask. Very comfortable, fits very well. Very good visibility, peripheral. Not so much looking down, and obviously with the visor, not so much looking up. But unless you're playing some sort of multi-level arena, that shouldn't be an issue. The more important thing is good peripheral vision, good forward vision, and it does provide that. Now, one of the reasons why it does have somewhat poor downward vision is because the goggles actually are fairly far away from your face. They're about, if you can see here, the goggles plus the nice thick foam insulated liner there keep the goggles fairly far away from your face, I'd say about an inch, and that's for two reasons. One, it provides more space for your away from your face, because a lot of fogging actually occurs because of the temperature differential between ambient air and moisture in the air and the heat that's coming off of your body, this radiated body heat. That's why if you ever wore airsoft goggles or shooting glasses, they tend to sit very close to your face and they fog up fairly quickly. But they don't, because there's enough airflow, there's a gap there. But if you ever wore those very low profile airsoft goggles that have sealed, they fog up like crazy just because they sit so close to your face. So having these so far away from your face provides that extra space for for the air to cool down. Plus, it also is a double layered polycarbonate lens, so it again also creates this air gap that insulates the goggles. It keeps moisture from condensing on the inside and you fogging up. And of course, if you ever have fogging up problems, you can always buy some Moondog defog and spray the inside. I know that's a blatant plug for one of my products, but it does work. Available from evic.com, and I'll include a link in the description. So one other benefit of having the goggles so far away from your face is that you could wear glasses under them. Now, these goggles don't fit every kind of glasses, but I know from past experience, they do definitely fit small lens, small frame glasses like these. And if you need help with your vision, as we all do as we get older, like myself, wearing glasses is very helpful for playing airsoft. You need to see where your targets are to hit them. So let me put these on, I'll show you. They fit quite well, comfortably. At no point I can feel no point where the lenses and the frames are touching the goggle lens itself, so that's good. You don't want any part of the frame touching the inside of the lens, because that's a friction point which can cause which you can scratch the inside of your lenses over time. And also it creates a bit of pressure on your face if it's pressing down on your glasses frames. So there's enough space that it's very comfortable. And because of the design, and especially with this mesh, you're not going to get any of the heat coming in to the goggles, and more importantly, none of the moisture getting into your lenses on your eyeglasses. So totally fog free. This is awesome, actually. I'd consider even wearing this out at a gun range, just because I know that I'm not going to get fogged up. Of course, this probably will not count as a COVID mask, but hey, anyway. Oh, one thing about any hard mask, this is going to be a problem for cheek weld if you're going to be using a rifle. It's just going to butt up into it. That's just the nature of any mask. Now, the paintball masks are a little bit more flexible, so you can press down and get a little bit more of a cheek weld, but it still does at times cause a bit of a problem, especially if you're using iron sights, or like if you're an AK where the iron sights are really low. This is not a good solution for you. I would recommend buying raised optics to just deal with that. But that's just going to be the nature of the beast if you're using any hard mask. This is perfectly fine if you're just using a pistol, or if you're using an SMG, that you don't have to shoulder your weapon and sight down on it. So just something to be aware of. So let's see how this fits with a larger set of eyeglasses. These big round ones. And yeah, these fit too. Not bad. I can feel the foam on the top pressing down a little bit. So it's not as good as the small frame glasses. In fact, I just recommend, if you're going to be playing airsoft with glasses, get a pair of small lens glasses if you can. Even with these larger lenses, it's pressing down at the top. It's comfortable enough now, but it's possible that after playing for a couple of hours, that extra pressure on the frame that's pressing down, and at least it's not touching the inside of the lens, but just the foam top of the mask is pressing down, and that could cause, pressing down from the top, it could cause some discomfort along your nose pads. And let's see, real full-size glasses, my aviators that I've used for my range glasses. And those fit too. Wow, I'm surprised. I can feel them press, they are touching the inside of the foam on the bottom side. So, but they do not feel uncomfortable, and more importantly, they are not touching the inside of the lens of the goggles. So that's good. I don't really own a thick rimmed glasses, but these sunglasses are prescription. Let's see if these will fit. So for those who have thicker frames, and nope, these do not. So just be aware, if you have thick rim eyeglasses, they probably will not fit this. But if you have thin frame glasses, like these, or like these, you're good to go. So that's good to know. So, all right, let's take these out and see if they survive getting shot at. But wait, maybe not. How about this? Maybe I give these away to one of you guys, one of my viewers out there. What do you think? I kind of feel like I don't really need to shoot these up, because they're made by Tippman and JT, and I've used my JT paintball mask for CQB, and I mean the most it'll do is maybe mar up the lenses here, and maybe put a couple of small dents and a couple of scratches. I mean, I'm happy to do it for you guys if you want me to do it, or would you rather me just give them away in a more pristine condition? Let me know in the comments, okay? post in the comments what you think, and the most votes for or against shooting them up, I'll do it. All right? So leave your comments, and if you enjoyed watching this, please press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel. All right, so let me know. Do you want them shot up, or do you want me to give them away? Thanks for watching. Moondog out.
Hey, if you like this video, please share it on social media. You know, Facebook, forums, MeWe, whatever platform you're on. And if you want to see more videos, check out moondogindustries.com.